If you would like to get some more custom players in the league, you can let us know on our Discord, which is linked below, or in the comments. Just let us know what name you want for your player, keep it appropriate. If you want, you can also pick where they are from, their jersey number and position.
What up, small ballers? We start today with 2 non-TV games.
A 3-run win for the Eagles, and a 1-run win for the Lost Patriots.
Our first game is between Boston and Houston.
With 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, Jet Duffy walks off with a homer.
We then feature the Alabama Taters against the St. Louis Angry Redbirds.
With 1 out in the top of the 1st, Primitivo Carrizo hits a 2-run shot.
That would be all the scoring in this one.
Next up is New York versus Dominican.
The Suns load the bases in the bottom of the 1st with just 1 out.
Yuli Salyuni singles, driving in 2 runs to walk off the game.
Then we have 4 non-TV games.
These games were won by Jamaica, Ajax, Cosby, and Minnesota.
The next game is the Taters versus the Love Doctors.
Houston would load the bases in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out.
Andre Shepard then walked off the game.
Boston against New York is the next game.
Boston loads the bases with 2 outs in the top of the 1st.
C.J. Holland then singles, scoring 2 runners.
The 9 come up short in this game.
Then 3 non-TV games happen.
Wins for Minnesota, Boston, and St. Louis.
Next game is the Alabama Taters versus the Cosby Eagles.
Cosby loads the bases in the bottom of the 5th with just 1 out. Pat Davis is then given a chance to win the game, he singles and the Eagles win.
Our next match sees the New York 9 facing the London Regulators.
With 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd and runners on 1st and 2nd, Dennis Augustine would single and drive in the winning run from 2nd.
Then we see Phoenix take on Houston.
The Love Doctors load the bases with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd.
They fail to score.
Phoenix Phenomenon then load the bases in the top of the 4th with 1 out.
Joel Hurtado gets a sac fly to score a run.
Houston couldn't get back into this game.
Up next is Denver facing Chicago.
Chicago loads the bases in the bottom of the 1st with 1 out.
Another walk and Chicago gets a really easy win.
We have decided to not show the non-TV game scores anymore. It will just save time from teams that don't have a shot.
The Eagles face the Mob in our next match.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the 1st, Silvio Gasol hits a walk-off homer.
The next game has the Houston Love Doctors going against the Phoenix Phenomenon.
With 2 outs and 2 runners on in the bottom of the 1st, Joel Hurtado knocks in the walk-off run.
Now we get St. Louis versus Boston.
With 2 outs in the top of the 2nd, Nate Connors hits a 2-run home run.
Boston doesn't score and falls to 500.
Our last game of this small ball TV report has the Taters facing the 9.
In the top of the 1st with 2 outs, Martin Kaufman hits a 2-run home run.
That would prove to be enough for the Taters to win this game.
The Mob have almost locked up the North.
Phoenix leads in the South, but no one is really out of it yet.
See you, small ballers.